Ode to the West Wind, perceived by Shelley. This is the summary, which consists of 6 topics. The name of agenda: Introduction, Destroyer and Preserver, the clouds affected by the west wind, power of the west wind, Shelley's PLEA, and conclusion. Introduction. The poem Ode to the West Wind was written in 1819 and was published in 1820 by Shelley. He fought for his freedom in this poem. It proves that the poet desires to be as free as the west wind. It is pointed out that Shelley, who was depressed at this time, wrote the poem in an attempt to overcome the depression by remembering the process of regeneration in nature. Destroyer and Preserver. The poet apostrophes that the wild west wind, which symbolizes for him the very spirit of the autumn season, like ghosts run away from a magician, the dead leaves are running away from the west wind. The leaves are compared to an epidemic. The west wind thus acts as a chariot to the winged seeds and takes them along to their dark wintry bed, where they rest through the chill winter. They are buried like dead leaves in the grave. Spring wind, who is the sister of the west wind, wakes up the seeds. Shelley compares the spring wind to a trumpet. He asserts that the plains and the hills are filled with sweet-smelling flowers. The clouds affected by the west wind. The clouds also feel the mighty energy of the west wind. They seem like leaves on the tangled boughs of a gigantic tree in the sky. They are of heaven and ocean. These messengers of rain and lightning are shaken by the wind and fallen into the earth as rain. The strange disarray of clouds seems like the messy curls on the head of a fierce maiden. The west wind seems to sing the funeral song of the dying fear, to which the closing night will be the dome of a vast grave, vaulted over by the clouds from which will burst black rain, fire, and hail. The west wind awakens the Mediterranean Sea from its summer dreams. The dreams were about old palaces and towers reflected in it, but the water of the Atlantic Ocean cuts into chasms as it provides the passage for the west wind. The plants at the bed of the ocean tremble on hearing the voice of the west wind, shed their leaves on the plaid waters and grow grey in fear. Shelley's prayer. The poet passionately appeals to the west wind to lift him as a leaf, water, wave, and cloud, and save him from further agony. Age has brought him bitterness and disappointments. His ideas have been shattered. Worldly customs and conventions weigh down one who is like the west wind, timeless and swift and proud. Like the forest, the poet wishes to become a vehicle through which the wind can express itself and make his dead thoughts to be driven like withered leaves. The poet calls on the fierce spirit of the west wind to inspire and drive his thoughts like withered leaves to quicken a new birth. He wishes to make his words spread among mankind like ashes and sparks from an unextinguished hearth. Through his leaves, the west wind should deliver this great message of hope. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? The poem concludes in a note of hope. Shelley's ideals may have been shattered, but he has not lost faith. He assures that a better time and insight which should prove that his dreams have not been in vain. Thanks for watching.